This is activity 2, 5 savings accounts from lesson 14, using linear relations to solve problems. And in this activity, you are given 5 graphs. And for each of those graphs, you're supposed to figure out, actually come up with a story for each of the 5 graphs, write an equation for each line. So what is the slope of each line? What's the vertical intercept of each line? That's the b part of the equation. The slope is the m part of the equation. So this is y equals mx plus b. What is the point 170, which is right here? What does that mean? Which equation is that a solution for? And finally, predict what happens at 20 weeks. This graph only goes out to 17 weeks. But what if you wanted to go out to 20 weeks? What would it be? And you would use the equation to figure that out. So let's go through each one of these. So line C, which is this line right here. On that line are 2 points, 0, 110. That's the y-intercept, by the way, is when y equals 110. And this point out here, which is at 590. So what's happening is that for every week, the amount in the account, in the savings account, is going down, in this case, $4. And so this person is spending money at $4 each week. So it's going down $4. Goes 1 week, goes down $4. Another week, goes down another $4. Another week, goes down another $4. So every week, the amount of money in the savings account is going down by $4 each week. And so you can see that from the graph, and you can also figure that out from these 2 points. It is 5 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. So that's the 5 minus 0, or 0 minus 5. You can do it that way as well. So that's -5, so it's 5 weeks. It's going to be a -5 because you're subtracting 590 from 0, 110. And how much money is leaving the account in those 5 weeks? Well, it's $20. 110 minus 90 is $20. So that is, if it's $20 over 5 weeks, how much is that per week? So that's 20 divided by 5, and it's a negative, because it's money leaving the account. And it's a -5 here when you do the calculation. So 20 divided by 5 is 4, and so that's a -$4 each week. So the equation is y equals mx, m is the slope, -4, and the y-intercept is 110. So let's look at the next one, which is A. So A is a positive slope, so this person is saving money. The amount of money in their account is increasing, and they're starting at $50. So they have $50 in their account, and how much are they saving each week? That's going to be the slope. So in 1 week, they save $20. In another week, they save another $20. In another week, they save another $20. So the slope is going to be 20. The y-intercept is 50. So you could actually write the equation from that. Y is equal to 20x, so $20 every week, plus $50 to start with. But to calculate the slope, you can use these 2 points. 0, 50, which is the y-intercept, and 170, which is on this line. So you take the 0 and the 50, and you subtract those coordinates from the point 170. So 1 minus 0 is 1, and that's 1 week, and 70 minus 50 is $20 in that 1 week. So it's $20 per week, so it's y over x, and that equals a positive slope of 20. They are saving $20 each week. So y equals 20x plus 50. So look what is happening for D. This person is starting with $30, and every time you look at their account, it is $30. So y equals 30, whatever x is. So this equation is just simply y equals 30. Every week they check the account, it's $30. Now without the equation, this account might be changing amounts, might be going up and down and up and down, but every week they check, it's at 30. But since you're given an equation, that means every point along this line has a y value of 30. So y equals 30 no matter whatever week they're looking at or part of a week they are looking at. All right, so I'm changing the letter for this graph from H to B because I think it's supposed to be B, because that's what would make sense. So in this case, this person is starting out in debt. They owe $80. They've taken $80 more out of their account than they have, so they're at negative $80, and they're saving money though each week. So how much are they saving each week? Looks like they're saving $20. In 1 week it goes up 20, another week it goes up 20, another week it goes up 20. So they are saving $20 each week, but they're starting at negative $80. So in how many weeks are they back to zero? Well, in 4 weeks, 4 times 20 is 80. So that they're saving that $80 in 4 weeks. So now at 4 weeks they're at zero, and then they continue to save money at $20 each week after that. And notice that this line is parallel to A, which was also saving. This person was also saving $20 each week. They just started out with $50 in their account. B started out with a negative $80 in their account where they owed $80. So you do the subtraction. 0 minus 1 is a negative 1, and a negative 80 minus a negative 60, you can change that to a negative 80 plus a positive 60, so use the inverse operation, and the additive inverse of negative 60 is positive 60. So negative 80 plus a positive 60 equals negative 20. So both of these are negative, so negative 20 divided by negative 1 equals $20. Now, this is just purely doing the arithmetic. Kind of loses context if you don't look at what's going on in the problem. You end up with a negative divided by a negative. You could have subtracted 0 and negative 80 from 1 negative 60. You should practice doing these both ways, by the way. That would be 1 minus 0 is 1, and a negative 60 minus a negative 80 is a negative 60 plus a positive 80, so that's going to give you a positive 20. So you'd have positive 20 over a positive 1, which would also give you 20. So the y-intercept is negative 80, and the slope is a positive 20. So y equals 20x plus negative 80. And the last graph is E. It's this blue one right here. So this graph starts out at positive 80, but this is also a negative slope. And so they are spending money. This person is spending money, and they're actually spending money at a faster rate because it's a steeper slope than person C. So they're spending money at $10 per week. So you go over 1 week and they lose $10, or they spend $10. Another week they spend $10. Another week they spend $10. So their money is leaving their account, so it's a negative slope, at a rate of $10 each week. And so the slope is negative 10, but they started at a positive 80. So in 8 weeks, they've run out of money. 8 times 10 is 80, but it's a negative 10. So it's a negative $80. And if they continue, they're going to continue to spend money that they don't have. So this equation is y equals a negative 10 times whatever the number of weeks, plus they start out with $80, so you have to add that $80 in the beginning. So 0 minus 1 is a negative 1. 80 minus 70 is a positive 10. So also using the subtraction of these points, you also get a 10 divided by negative 1, which is negative 10. Y-intercept once again is 80. So you get this equation, y equals negative 10x plus 80. Now what happens after 20 weeks for each of these savings accounts? For A, so we're just going to make x 20 in each case. So for A, y equals 20 times 20, plus you have to add that $50. So every week they're saving $20. They do that 20 weeks. 20 times 20 is 400. 20 times 20 is 400, plus the $50 that they start with. So now they have $450 in their account. So that's this account right here. It's going to start at 50, and you have to extend this out for 20 weeks. It's going to go past, so this is 17, 18, 19, 20, so about right here. So you go way up here off the page, and it's going to intersect with this graph A at a positive 450. For B, this person is starting at negative 80, but they are also saving $20 per week. So they're going to save in 20 weeks, they're going to save that $400, because 20 times 20 is 400, but you have to then add that to the negative 80 that they started with, so it's going to be 400 minus that 80, so they're going to end up saving $320 after 20 weeks. So they get out of debt, and they actually save money, just not as much money as A, because A started out with a positive $50, B starts out owing $80. For C, this person, C is right here, this person is spending money at a rate of $4 each week. Now they actually don't go into debt over 20 weeks, but they realize from their graph and the equation that they better change, they better do something different to avoid going into debt. So they cannot continue to spend money at $4 each week. So they either have to make more money or they have to spend less money. So y equals a negative 4 times 20, that's a negative 80. And they started out with $110, so that's right here, $110. And so you add those two together, 110 plus a negative 80 is a positive $30. So they still have $30 in their account after 20 weeks, but if they don't change, pretty soon they're going to be out of money. So D, nothing changes. This person is not adding money to their account, not subtracting money to their account from their account. So after 20 weeks, they still have $30. So Y is always going to equal $30. And finally, for E, they're spending money at a rate of $10 each week. So that's a slope of negative 10, starting out at a positive $80. It's right here, but they're spending money faster than C. So they actually go into debt. After 8 weeks, we saw that before, and after 20 weeks, it's going to be 12 times $10 a week, because from 8 weeks to 20 weeks is 12 weeks. So they're going to be in debt $120. So it's a negative $10 each week. So that's a negative 200, but you have to add the 80 to that. So in 8 weeks, they're at 0, and then in another 12 weeks, 12 times the $10 per week means that they're going to be in debt. They're going to owe $120 after 20 weeks. So it's a negative 120.